I've been getting more and more emails with people asking about my perspective on the current market instability. And by market, this includes the stock market and this includes crypto markets as well. I mean, at this point, crypto is mainstream enough that CNBC is talking about the price of Bitcoin. It's just a reality. And in situations like this, my primary tool is not thinking I have any special skill, insight, knowledge, or intelligence at all, and saying, given that, what are the things that I can do historically so that I don't make irrational and rushed decisions? I get all sorts of different newsletters in the personal finance space, et cetera. And all of these anecdotes of people saying that, as soon as the market crashed, I sold everything and I'm going to try to get back in later at a lower price. That typically doesn't work. The markets are at their historic highs a shockingly high percentage of the time. I don't remember exactly. It's something like, 15%, something like that. The number doesn't even matter. I don't believe I have any ability to say now I should sell to get back in lower later. Bitcoin all over the place, the situation in Kazakhstan and all these different things. What am I doing? I'm doing nothing. I'm only going back to certain specific principles, which I'm going to outline in a moment for you, where it doesn't matter what's happening. These are principles that always apply. I want to mention this video is sponsored by Policy Genius. They make buying life insurance really simple. I'm going to talk about insurance in a moment, not life insurance. Life insurance is something that can give you a big feeling of comfort. I'm going to talk about other types of insurance later in the segment, but life insurance lets you know people who are important to you are covered. If there's someone relying on you, it's a good idea to consider life insurance. It's generally pretty affordable. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it, and it gets more expensive as you get older. So it can make sense to lock in a better price sooner than later, which is often the way it works. With Policy Genius, you click the link below, answer a few questions. You can see personalized quotes and find your best price. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. It's straightforward. They really do everything for you, including the paperwork. It costs you nothing to use Policy Genius. They don't sell your information, and those are all really, really good things. Go to policygenius.com/David Pakman Show to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. Now, what am I doing in the market instability circumstances in which we find ourselves? Endless articles. Is this the end of the bull market? I have no idea. What should we be doing in terms of when do you buy? No, that's market timing. I don't do anything. So here are the principles I'm using. And this is not advice to anyone in particular, but it's what I'm doing. Number one, I am not selling anything. First of all, it's the timing issue that I mentioned. I have no idea if this is a good time to sell. My favorite holding period is indefinitely. Secondly, I am continuing to accumulate assets based on the asset allocation that I have outlined. So if you're 80-20 stocks to bonds, if you're doing 3 to 5% crypto, all things that are kind of in my universe, I'm just continuing to do that. And when prices go down, your same $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever gets you more shares or gets you more coins or whatever. So if you have chosen your asset allocation based on your long-term view of these assets, stocks, bonds, crypto, cash, whatever, if prices go down, it's not logical to sell. Presumably, you have chosen this asset allocation because you think over the long time asset values will go up. Now, if you, unlike me, think that you can time the market, all power to you to do whatever you want, but it's not what I'm doing. And then as far as insurance goes, one of the things I always do at the beginning of the year is I want to make sure that I am properly insured in all areas. So when it comes to car, home, etc., this is not part of the sponsorship. Policy Genius does life insurance. I do review and make sure, okay, given that there is volatility in different places, do I still have my emergency fund in place so I can meet 3 to 6 months of expenses if income goes to zero without selling or moving around any assets? Do I have the right coverage on my home? Do I have the right coverage on my car? Umbrella as well. In media, we have other types of insurance as well. That's what I'm doing. And I am not trying to do anything that would require me having special knowledge. Am I in the right asset allocation? Yes, then I'm going to keep buying. And you can rebalance annually to get back in proportion to that allocation that you've determined is the right one. Am I properly covered in terms of insurance risk? Well, then I just sit and wait, which has been my strategy really for the last 16 years since I started my investment and retirement accounts. That's what I'm doing. It may not apply to you, but with so many people asking me, have you sold because of what's been going on? The answer is I have not. I'm just continuing to buy, but not extra, just what I planned to do originally.